Hi folks, welcome back to Hills and Hollers Homestead. Mike here, and I finally got the chicken coop project done. I'll show you. All right, so this is the back of the coop. I moved the bulk of the run that I had from the front to the back here, put up my fence all the way around, and I loaded this place up with wood chips in here. And the reason I did this is this will become a compost later on. This allows the chickens to get in here and scratch around, keeps them out of the mud. And this is all humpy and bumpy. It's still full. I haven't spread it out because I had to get the ends of the fence together here. But this will allow them to get in here and scratch around, and as they poop and everything else in this, and scratch around and poop and scratch around, it'll turn into really good compost, good nitrogen rich compost. The front, I just kept the 10 by 10 part of the run, closed it in, and I put some wood chips and stuff in there. And I just need to finish up putting the rest of the siding on there. And those are 1x6 white oak boards. And then chicken coop project will be done. And thankfully, we've had the weather to do this. And usually, December, you're not doing this kind of stuff. The ground's either frozen completely solid and it's snowing, or it's just 40 degrees and rain. And thankfully, like I said, we've had the weather to be able to get these projects extended out a little bit and get this done. So there's about an hour's worth of work right there left. And that's just because I'll have to cut around the wind and then put my top board on there. Other than that, so I'm pretty happy with this much anyways. All right, so a couple things to go over. Inflation, 42-year high. We are at the highest level in 42 years of inflation that we've had since, I think, what they said, 1982. And, that's not a good thing. Things are getting more expensive. They're projecting interest rates to rise 3 times in 2022. They've already actually planned that out, the Fed has. So you're going to see big increases on credit cards. If you don't have a designated APR for a certain amount of time, they're going to go up significantly. They're expecting 30-year mortgage rates to rise from, I think, where they're at. Most of them are in the high 2% range right now, and 2 to 3.1. And they're projecting most of them to go up to like 3.7% just next year. So, and there's projected already planned increases over the next few years. So I tell you, the stock market's pretty volatile. I do keep some stocks in there on my own. Just my play stocks is what I refer to it as. So I have about $1,000 of stuff that I just play with. I keep a closed-ended ETF, 2 of them. And they reinvest. So every month there's a dividend paid, and it reinvests in that same stock. So I do that to let it just continue to grow. And it's pretty safe stock. I mean, it's performed pretty steadily over the last 10 years. So I'm going to keep that money there. What I've been doing, though, is where I've been taking like a couple $100 a month and buying stock before, is I've started buying precious metals. Now, you can get on eBay, you can buy these things, and I know it sounds crazy, but you can buy good quality stuff on eBay from good solid providers or suppliers and stuff like that, and sellers, where there's SD bullion, there's APMEX, and I use APMEX, and right now they've got a pretty good sale going on 1 ounce bars and 1 ounce rounds. And I'm also starting to look at like American Silver Eagles. So I'm investing in good hard precious metals. And yes, I know I've invested in lead and brass as well, and I've done that since Obama was in office. So I have a good store of that, but there's nothing to back the dollar. And a lot of folks don't realize that when Nixon took the US dollar off of the gold off the gold standard back in was it the 70s, the dollar was backed by gold then, and now it's not backed by anything except itself. And that's not being very worthwhile at this point, and it's continuing to get worse. So history shows us that as inflation rises and the value of the dollar goes down, precious metal value goes up. So even if the dollar would just completely crash and the economy would completely tank, precious metals, gold and silver, has been here forever. Actually, one of the guys I subscribe to on YouTube, he says it's God's money. It's been here since man started trading and started bartering. So you do have that security there. Even if the dollar is completely worthless, you do have the silver in and of itself, and or the gold if you want to get into gold, and gold prices are up pretty good now too. think the spot price on silver is right about $23 an ounce. So you're going to pay, if it's $23 an ounce, you're going to pay about $10 per over spot price. So it's $23, you're going to pay about $33 per ounce. And that's fine. I mean, it's worthwhile because you buy it and then you turn around, and if the dollar goes to crap and silver prices go up through the roof and gold prices go up through the roof, now all at once silver's $50 an ounce. Yeah, you got a profit there. So and it's a good profit too. And it's not like it's going to rebound from one year to the next. Like the dollar is going to go completely worthless this year, and then next year it's going to be back to normal. It doesn't happen like that. Recovery takes a long time. And precious metals are definitely something that even though they vary the price and the value is variable, it does always recover and recuperate very quickly. So that's something to even consider to lock into, because like I said, I mean, if it all goes to hell, at least you got something there. So having something good to buy with, or even barter with and trade with, that's what you want to do. So have that and have a good safe place for it, and don't put it in a bank safety deposit box, because if the banks go under, you're not getting into the bank to get your stuff out of the safety deposit box. So you know, do like grandma and grandpa used to do and bury it in a mason jar in the yard. We're a bit more secure than that. So credit cards, if you guys have credit card debt, I'm going to tell you, and I'm no financial genius here, I'm no economist, but I'm telling you now, interest rates are going to go through the freaking roof this coming 2022 and even into 2023. You better get that debt paid off. David Ramsey's a guy, he if you've never heard of him, look him up. He's got a Facebook page, he's got YouTube channels. Pay that debt off. Get free of that debt as much as you possibly can. Don't use credit cards for anything. Don't even use it for emergencies anymore. Start saving money, saving cash, and keeping cash on hand, or at least buying precious metals like silver and gold, and using it in lieu of just cash savings, because you can have that. It's more sustainable, more stable, I should say, not sustainable, than the dollar is right now. So get your credit card paid off. Skip the Starbucks, skip the Netflix, skip all the subscriptions and stuff that you have. Get those out of there and start knocking out every little bit of money you got that you don't save aside. You put on those credit cards, get them things paid off, because like I said, the interest rates are going to go through the roof. And it's getting dark out here. I'm trying to get the better light. I know no mountain light's going to help that mug, but I'm trying anyways. So you know, good solid advice for that, like I said, because the economy, once it tanks and the dollar goes to crap, interest rates, I mean, you look at Venezuela, like 2,000% interest, over 2,000% interest rate, or inflation. Yeah, it's not worth it. So use your money wisely. Don't put it in a bank. You're not going to gain anything from a savings account. Invest it in good, solid, stable metals, gold, silver, platinum, you know, anything like that. But I would say gold and silver would be your two better ones, because traditionally and historically they hold the better value. But other than that, you know, 3 months. Get those 3 months worth of food stores, get those 3 months worth of water stores, get those shelf stable foods, get that stuff set aside, get your medical kits, start storing your non-prescription medicines and stuff. You know, get all that stuff put aside, and like I said, a minimum of 3 months. I would prefer you go 6 months. I prefer you go to a year, but a minimum of 3 months, and have that stuff ready to go. And that's going to be it, because I am definitely quickly losing light here, and I got to get the tractor put up. So y'all have a good one. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the thumbs up button. YouTube seems to like these algorithms. They like to see thumbs up. Leave us a comment. We'll interact with you, talk to you back and forth. And thank you guys. Appreciate it. Take care, and God bless.